Hello everyone, welcome to my channel SW Metro official channel.
I think Kody Brown needs to repair his relationship with his kids more than ever after Sister Wives season 19. He has too much to lose. Sister Wives season 19 has been a game changer for the entire Brown family, and after watching recent episodes, I think Kody Brown needs to repair his relationship with his children as quickly as possible. While Kody, who spent the last 30-plus years married to his original trio of wives, has been adamant that he doesn't want to extend an olive branch to the estranged kids in his family, it's time to mend fences. Throughout Sister Wives season 19, viewers have seen Kody moving through some of the toughest times of his life, but his children haven't been there supporting him. With Kody, who was married to Christine Brown, Janelle Brown, and Mary Brown for years before meeting his only remaining wife Robin Brown, choosing to remain stoic about how he feels when it comes to his kids' disinterest, the family patriarch has made a baffling decision. Kody's 18 children, who come from all four of his former and current wives, range in ages, lifestyles, and levels of interest in engaging with him. While some are still maintaining a relationship, others have stopped engaging with him completely over the years, and with Kody hurt by everything, it's time for a change. Kody's relationships with his kids remain difficult. Throughout the run of Sister Wives, Kody's relationships with his kids have been all over the map. While some earlier seasons saw Kody and his children able to come together peacefully, the kids were much younger and didn't realize the extent of Kody's behavior. Kody's kids, Christine, Janelle, and Mary, have all learned more about their parents as they've grown up, realizing that they've made mistakes and been through hard times. While some of those errors have been accepted, the Brown family as a whole continues to struggle with others, and Kody is to blame for the majority of them. In recent years, Kody's issues with his older kids have become far more difficult as he's poured his love and attention into his children with Robin, and withheld it from others. The majority of the issues behind Kody's strained family relationships comes from the fact that he's chosen to put his kids from his original trio of wives on the back burner while spending time with his kids with Robin. Consistently not showing up or choosing them, Kody's had problems justifying his behavior over the years, and has ultimately tried to make the kids look like they're the real issue. Sister Wives hasn't held back on Kody's poor behavior. While I expected Sister Wives to give Kody a different edit throughout its currently airing season, things have been fairly honest about his behavior and the way his children are reacting towards it. Though Kody himself was given a bit more of a victim edit than expected earlier in the season, things have slowly been changing on the show. As Kody has learned more about the problems his children are facing, especially when it comes to feeling like he doesn't care for them or pay them attention, he seemed to realize that he has more opportunity to fix the problem. Though he hasn't taken steps forward to do so, Kody's portrayal on Sister Wives has been interesting to watch as he's learned more about what's going wrong in his life. Instead of finding himself struggling to understand what's happening or place blame, Kody's been shown to want to be more attentive with his family, bringing his children back into the fold as he rebuilds after his difficult divorces. While Kody may be struggling overall, it's been clear that his relationships with his kids are some of the toughest losses for him to swallow, and seeing that on screen has helped. The Brown family's tragic loss could push Kody to change. Watching Kody begin to realize that things need to change was a good start. And now that Sister Wives has reached the point where Garrison Brown's passing has come to light, it's possible that he could be motivated to make an even bigger change to move forward. Throughout Sister Wives season 19, viewers have been waiting in a dark sense of anticipation as it grew closer to the point where Garrison's tragic passing occurred in the family's lives. Though details haven't been widely shared on Sister Wives, the most recent episode recognized the tragedy and didn't hold back with emotion. Kody and Robin, who spent the majority of the episode together, were open about how difficult it felt being estranged from Garrison at the time of his death. While Kody was a bit more reserved than some viewers expected, it was clear that he was overwhelmed with grief and emotion about losing his son. The family patriarch spent time in the episode sharing his feelings, which could create a major shift in the way he's thinking about his relationship with his kids overall. Garrison's passing could push Kody to consider exploring rebuilding his relationships with his family as a whole. Kody needs to repair his relationships quickly. Although I think Kody has a lot to change before he can successfully become the father he's always felt he was, I also think starting is the most difficult part. After witnessing Garrison's tragic death on Sister Wives, it is abundantly clear that the Brown family needs to seek comfort in one another more than ever. While I do believe the family will come back together for a time, it's on Kody to try and keep his family moving back to a place where they can support one another through good times, bad times, and everything else in between. Now, I believe Kody needs to reevaluate his life in a way that makes it clear that he will not prioritize certain members of his family over others, even if doing so is challenging for him. While Robyn's the kind of person who needs validation and attention consistently, Kody needs to ensure that his family feels secure in him as things continue to change in their lives. Despite the tragedy that could bring them back together, the Brown family needs each other more than ever in this tough moment. Sister Wives Kody needs to step up for his kids like the father he is. Sister Wives, Janelle's son Gabe shares special update from Chicago. Janelle Brown's son, Gabe Brown, has been living an amazing life in Chicago lately. He gave a glimpse into his new life by posting a brief update on social media. The Sister Wives star took some time to return to normalcy after losing his brother, Garrison Brown. Gabe was always very close to his late brother. Unfortunately, he was the first one to reach his home after his alleged suicide. Hence, he took time to recover from the loss. But Janelle and her remaining kids never left each other's side. The former moved to North Carolina, and Gabe focused on his life in Chicago. He often visits his mom and hangs out with his family. What is Gabe up to now? How has he been doing? Keep on reading to know more about Gabe's new life. Sister Wives, Gabe sparks rumors of new romance. Gabe Brown doesn't share much about his life on social media. He likes to keep things quiet. However, Sister Wives enjoys using their actions to generate excitement among viewers. In February, Gabe shared a number of photos on Instagram. He shared photos of himself enjoying his time at the beach. In the pictures, the TLC celebrity appeared happy and at ease. Gabe wrote, might fuck around and fall in love Chicago. He also showed off his middle finger in a picture of his hand that he shared with someone else. Hence, viewers wondered whether the reality TV star really has someone special in his life. One fan asked, "But are you falling in love with Chicago or a special someone?" So, Gabe shared a whispering emoji to raise more eyebrows. Sister Wives, Gabe shares a glimpse of his new life. Gabe Brown barely shares his life updates with fans. He likes spending time with his mom and siblings. The TLC star often visits his siblings and hangs out with them. Gabe hasn't shared many details on social media in the past. Recently, he returned with a special update on his life. Janelle's son shared a video of himself smiling and having fun. He looked excited while playing darts. Gabe wrote, "Thank you for all the support and love, everyone." He admitted living his corniest life in Chicago. He appears to be in great spirits since he moved to Chicago. The 23-year-old wasn't very happy when he moved out of Flagstaff. Gabe has lived in the city since his childhood. He also had so many memories attached to the place of his brother. Hence, it was hard for him to say goodbye to the place. Fans are now happy to see Janelle's son living an amazing life in the new city. He is choosing his own path and finding happiness in life. The Sister Wives star has also been a pure and kind soul. Fans think Gabe deserves all the happiness in life. Janelle also opened up about Gabe's struggles to uproot his life from his large family in 2019. He grew up with all his siblings. So, it was a totally new experience for the TLC star to live alone. Fortunately, Gabe has been smoothly dealing with all the changes and making his own decisions. Fans are outraged by Robyn Brown's comment on Sister Wives. Sister Wives, Robyn Brown arrived in the family with debt. Robyn was already dealing with many financial problems before even arriving in the Brown family. It came to a point where the other wives had to take responsibility, helping Robyn pay off her debt and contribute to her own house. However, she continued with her spending habits, owning hundreds of expensive American Girl dolls and pieces of jewelry. The Sister Wives star reportedly had over $32,000 in credit card debt from her previous marriage that she ran up. But instead of helping out, Robyn ended up taking over the family as the legal wife of Kody. This eventually helped lead to the family's downfall, resulting in Christine, Janelle, and Mary leaving. Fans are shocked by Robyn's comment. Some Sister Wives fans on social media discussed Robyn Brown's statements in the latest episode of season 19. The poster claims that they were shocked by the scene in which Robyn told Kody she was working when he told her about Garrison's death. The OP was confused about what kind of job or work Robyn was doing, as it was widely known that she had never worked and hadn't been active in her jewelry business. Because of this, some people mocked Robyn and said that she was working like the nanny she hired for her kids, while others said that she was working hard to buy more dolls. Sister Wives, how's Robyn Brown today? Robyn Brown hasn't been active on social media for quite some time. She also didn't say anything at all about Garrison's death. However, the Sister Wives star attended Garrison's funeral last year along with Kody. A source also claimed that Robyn and Kody arrived at the funeral with a film crew, even though Kody was allegedly told by Janelle's family member that they don't want them and a film crew at the funeral. Before the other wives left, Robyn and Kody Brown were frequently seen in Vegas and other shopping malls. This led to many people believing that Kody and Robyn had already been living monogamously, which also helped destroy the family. Season 19 of Sister Wives has been one of the most emotional, transformative, and heartbreaking chapters in the history of the Brown family. With long-standing tensions finally reaching their breaking points, family divisions more visible than ever, and a tragic loss shaking the foundation of the clan, one reality has become clear: Kody Brown must repair his relationships with his children before it's too late. After years of fractured bonds, inconsistent parenting, and a perceived emotional abandonment of some of his kids, Kody is now at a crossroads. His future as a father, grandfather, and even as a spiritual leader within his family unit depends on his next steps. If he continues to let pride and resentment guide his choices, the damage could become irreversible. But if he chooses humility, accountability, and love, he still has a chance to rebuild. Let's take a closer look at why season 19 has been a wake-up call, how Kody's estrangement from his kids evolved over time, and why now, more than ever, is the moment for him to make things right. Kody Brown's once united family has reached a new low. From the earliest seasons of Sister Wives, Kody Brown presented himself as a man deeply committed to his large polygamous family. While his approach to fatherhood wasn't conventional, he often expressed pride in the number of children he had and the relationships he shared with them. At one point, Kody was seen as a fun-loving, albeit sometimes overbearing, father figure who had close bonds with his sons and daughters. He was the man who built playgrounds in the backyard and orchestrated elaborate family outings. There was a time when the Brown kids, especially the younger ones, looked up to him with admiration and love. Fast forward to season 19, and that idyllic image has crumbled. The Brown family is no longer the united front it once was. 3 of Kody's 4 marriages have ended in divorce or spiritual separation, and with those separations came the slow unraveling of his relationships with many of his children. While divorce can be difficult for any family, in Kody's case, the fallout has been particularly harsh because of how emotionally distant and defensive he's become. Sister Wives viewers have seen the way he's handled conflict, not with patience or vulnerability, but with anger, deflection, and control. The result? Most of his children have pulled away from him, and he doesn't appear to know how to bring them back into his life. Kody's unequal parenting has been a core issue. One of the most glaring problems that Sister Wives has exposed, especially in later seasons, is Kody's pattern of unequal parenting. His favoritism toward Robyn Brown's children has been a source of frustration and heartbreak for many of his other kids. From skipping important milestones to refusing to make equal time for all his children, Kody's decisions have created clear divides within the family. In particular, his relationships with the children of Christine and Janelle Brown have been deeply affected. These are the same children who once adored him and relied on him for guidance. But over time, many of them began to notice that their father was absent not just physically, but emotionally. Whether it was during the COVID-19 pandemic when Kody chose to isolate with Robyn and her kids, or in the aftermath of family conflicts where he refused to reach out or apologize, Kody repeatedly made it clear, through actions more than words, that some kids came first in his heart and life. This behavior has especially wounded sons like Garrison and Gabe, who not only challenged Kody's authority but were also outspoken about how neglected they felt. Their pain, displayed on screen during emotional conversations with Janelle, highlighted the deep scars Kody's favoritism left behind. For a man who once prided himself on being the head of a massive and spiritually united family, these fractures are not just personal, they're symbolic of